I'm Paul.
I'm Devin.
Together, we're Dads and Dice, two dads who like to play some games during our free time.
That's right, and today we are playing the bag building, monster bashing, engine building game of Meeples and Monsters by AEG. We're going to go get it set up. We'll see you at the table. Okay, this is everything set up for Meeples and Monsters. So, Meeples and Monsters is going to be a bag building game where we are building our bags full of different types of heroes. We start off with a whole bunch of peasants and actually some corruption. But later on, we can gain some mages, some clerics, some warriors, and some knights. And we'll use all of these things to help do actions across our town, as well as defend it from the monsters that are trying to invade the districts. So, how the game works, it's pretty simple, and I'll run through it really quick. It's broke down into 3 steps, with one being just a kind of a maintenance cleanup step. So, step 1 is going to be the development step. It is how we develop our town and also increase the level of our different types of workers. So during the development step or phase, the first thing you can do is you can build. And so you can either place 2 peasants here and get to build, or 1 peasant, but you actually gain an additional one. And you get to then select a building from the building row and place it in one of the districts in any of the available spots. If the spots have some sort of bonus, you will immediately get to take that bonus or do that bonus or whatever the case is there. And then those become additional action spots that you can do. The other action that you can do in the development phase is to level up your meeples. You can only level up 1 type of meeple each one of your turns, and you do that by taking one of your active ones in your tavern and placing it here, and then paying the associated costs. So to go to level 2, if you are doing a mage, is going to cost you 1 of your experience points, and you have to have it to actually level up. So you'll actually be losing experience to become more powerful. And so on. 0 for the red, 2 for the fighters, and 0 for the warriors. And then same case with level 3, it just typically costs a little bit more experience. To do that, if I were to level up the mage, I would then take this mage level 2 card and put it right here. Now some of them will, like the fighter, be increasing their strength in combat, while others, like the mage here, will be gaining some sort of ongoing ability that you will always have. And then going to level 3s would be flipping these cards. And then kind of the same thing. They might get stronger, they might have a new ability, might gain an ability. They all could just kind of do something different. But that's really just the 2 things that happen during the development phase. After that, you then go into the main phase, and during the main phase, it is going to be actually assigning your workers. So whatever workers you have left over from the development phase, because if you assign 2 here, they are there until your cleanup phase. Whatever workers you have left over, you can assign out into the various spaces on the board, and then after you have assigned all of your workers throughout all of the spaces, so like here, and then I put, some guys, we'll call it right here. And that's more workers than I'll typically have, but after I've done all that, you can then actually resolve the actions, and you can do it in any order. So this was, you could place any type of meeple there to gain a mage, and so you then gain a mage, and so you set the mage there that you have gained. Here is kind of the same case. You put a blue and any type to then gain a blue and 2 peasants. And then here is actually going to be fighting a monster. So if you look at the monsters here, they have different strength values, and that is how much strength you need to defeat the monster. So if you come back over to the board here, my mage, each mage that I place is 1 strength, cleric are 1, knights are 2, warriors are 1, peasants are 1. So in the board state here where I placed 1 cleric and 1 peasant, that is my 2 strength I need to defeat the monster. You can actually only ever beat the monster or go over its value. You can never place less than. So I couldn't just place 1 there. I would have to at least place the 2 strength there. You immediately gain the victory points and then any effects. In this case, it would be drawing quest cards, which I'll get into here in a second.
And just one thing to clarify on that. This one is actually +2 strength to the white worker.
That is correct.
So that would technically have been 3 in this example here.
Yeah. Sorry, you were right
good.
about that. So we'll start off with the ability to have 4 workers in our tavern. But as the game progresses, we will hit a point that is 5, and then that is 6. And how that happens is we have a deck off to the side here of the monsters that we replenish. And there will always be 6 visible monsters. So every time we defeat one, we replenish. Every time we hit a... what was it?
Dark Vault, I think?
The Dark Council Advances card. It means that our end game is getting closer, and we can then we get a little bit more corruption, and then we can also draw additional meeples. But yeah, so after you do all of your actions and you've resolved all of your actions, you then do a cleanup phase where you take back all of your workers, and you actually, I put them there on my board, but you put them into your lodging or your used area. Any unspent workers will also go over there, and then you draw up to whatever that maximum worker size is. Again, a bag builder, so anytime you need to draw and you're empty, you will take everything, put it back in your bag, shuffle it up, and start resuming drawing there. So, the end of the game trigger. I talked about the Dark Council advancing. That is going to happen 3 times. The first 2 times just means we get some more corruption, draw some more meeples. The 3rd time that happens, it triggers the end of the game. During the end of the game, once that has happened, we will have an additional 2 turns. And during those 2 turns, we will be able to actually, the Dark Council has arrived, and they're kind of the big bad bosses. They have a whole lot more strength, they give a whole lot more victory points, and they'll just be additional things that we can attempt to defeat during those last 2 turns. These 3 here are the actual members of the Dark Council, and you can only defeat each one time. We have these little tokens that symbol that. The henchman here, the combustor, can be defeated as many times as you would like. That's really basically the game. It's pretty cool little deck building fantasy, bag building fantasy game. Defending your town and getting all powerful to defeat the big baddies. Something any kind of fantasy fans like. The one thing I did not mention is we do have, and we'll keep them secret, but some various quest cards here. I'll just quickly kind of go through the deck. There are really 3 types of quest cards. There are ones with a lightning symbol. When you have done that, you will instantly gain an effect. There are types with an hourglass, where once you've done that, you will have an ongoing effect. And then there are types with a flag that once you have done that, or this is revealed at the end of the game, and they're typically more victory points. They each kind of have a victory point banner with 2 indications. The first is if you have successfully done it. The second is if by the end of the game you have not done it, the amount of victory points you will lose, and they'll be anywhere from 0 to 2. And that is really it. So let me
put these in our bag.
Yeah, put
everything. Get all yours back.
Put everything back. I got my 3 corruption.
So we start with 7 peasants here, and then 3 corruption. 10 things in our bag. And to determine the first player, it's we're going to draw out 4, and whoever has the most corruption.
Yeah. So this will be kind of our starting taverns, and whichever of us has the most corruption in it. So I got a good shuffle, I think.
There we go. Looks like I'm at 2.
1, 2.
And we're at 2. So now, since we're tied, it's just random.
Okay. One good rock, paper, scissors. So,
Let's do it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
There we go.
Okay. So Paul is
going first.
Paul is the first player.
All right, and this is the first player token, this nice little dragon meeple. Cool. So we'll put it just right here. And then we're going to move into the development phase. So these 2 corruption pretty much just go straight to the lodging just because it can't be used.
Yeah, there's nothing that can essentially be used for.
All right, so the development phase, this is interesting. I guess you kind of have the same stuff as I do. I guess let's start developing some stuff. Might as well just put some stuff out there.
Okay.
We'll do the branch and root in, and we'll place it here. So that will give me a red. And whenever you get new meeples, you put them straight into the lodging. And that is my development phase.
That's it.
That's it.
So then you go to your action phase. You only have corruption left.
Yep.
Then it's just cleanup. Taking your meeples
Stuff
back.
comes back.
And yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation that you are. What do you want to... I didn't look at my quest cards here. Okay. Nothing that helps me now, I can tell you that. So I think I'm going to honestly kind of follow suit with you.
Okay. And then a new thing comes out here, a new building. And then if I would have defeated any monsters, more would have come out.
Yeah. I could go to the cathedral and I could lose one, but then it's like...
So...
Am I coming out ahead because...
you're getting rid of those peasants.
Yeah, and
then you could actually go to the branch and root in. So that was my whole dilemma there. Was do I actually develop it?
But so and the branch and root in is good if you've got mages.
Oh, which
and
would be, yeah.
Clerics. You know what? I'm gonna use 2. You know what? I'm just gonna
develop.
Yeah, we're just gonna also develop.
You have the Rest and Be Thankful Inn, the Manor House, the Levy Station, or the Ranger Academy. And this one would allow us to get some Rangers into play.
Right, and so I didn't mention, I'm sorry, the prestige units here. There are 3 types of prestige units. There's the Shamans, the Rangers, and the Paladins. They all have a base level, in this case 1, 2, and 3. And they all have an ability, and the only way to get them is through one of these. Let's maybe try to put off the Ranger Academy here.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to place it... I'm going to place it right here.
Okay.
So, I will take an additional white and a blue.
There you go. And this one comes with 3 of the Rangers on there, so the Rangers will just hang out at the Academy to be got whenever they're gotten.
Yeah.
All right. So that is it for you.
That's and I'm sorry, those should have gone straight to lodging, and then this goes to lodging, and these come back, and that's it. Over to you.
Again, no monsters, nothing like that. This needs to be replenished.
Yep, and technically, I guess we were supposed to shuffle at the end of, redraw at the end of your turn, but
it's timing.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Let's go to...
And really quick, a rule that I forgot to mention is in these 2 areas right now, they are being overrun. If you ever have at least 2 or 3 monsters in an area, they're being overrun. So if we decided to do any actions in the university, you would have to gain an additional white peasant. It's the peasants are fleeing from the monsters and needing, you have to take them in. And if they're both covered, you will have to gain 2 peasants for doing actions out there.
I think we'll go to the cathedral here.
Okay. So you're going to
skip the development phase.
Okay.
We'll go to the cathedral. No, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. I am going to develop. And we'll develop the House of Lords. And we will put it here. Might as well go there. And I'll gain a knight.
Mm-hmm. Now.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I will gain a warrior. Cleric.
Cleric, yes.
Cleric. And then for my action...
This is one of the first games I've ever played where the cleric is red. I don't know.
But the knight is black?
Typically a warrior is red. That's just the warrior color.
That's true.
I guess clerics can also fall in that.
And I'll just go here. And then I'll grab another cleric.
A lot of times mages are blue. All their color schemes are messed up.
All right, so that is my turn. Yep, that's it.
Okay,
on to you.
Over to me.
Oh, I guess technically I would draw. This would come out. Draw. And these will go back in my bag. All right, you can go ahead and go. Boo.
I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there, and I will build, let's build the Colosseum. So the Colosseum is a King of the Hill style, where when you place your workers there, they actually stay out there, and you put one of your markers out there. And then, if at the start of your turn you have workers out there, in this case, a white or a blue, you get 1 or 3 victory points. However, if on your opponent's turn they decide to go there, it kicks you off. And I'm going to put it, I think, here.
So I got you a mage?
Yes. And I think I will then do my action, and I'm going to go here and gain another mage.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
All right, so you'll get all your stuff back.
Yeah.
We'll refresh this. The Healer's Temple. All right, I will... These two go away because they're corruption.
And I'm sorry, I should have taken, because I did this action, 1 more white.
There we go. I need some warriors. Was this a blue? Oh, that was a white and a blue. It's interesting. Those are the same. Those were the same. These were the same. Those are not. I've only got 2. Did I skip my development phase? Do I...
So the nice part is your corruption did not get shuffled back into your bag,
yes,
right?
Yes.
At the punishment of having it right now together.
We'll build 1. And we're going to build the levy station. And I will get a mage. And then, with my 1 person, I will go to the Colosseum. So, with that, I do need to take a white. Goes there. And I do need to take... No, that's it. Oh, I do need to take another white if I go there. I don't think I want to do that. I'll go ahead and take another mage.
You still have to take another white for that.
Still have to take another white for that because there's 2 monsters. Oh, man. All right, we're just going to go there.
Okay.
Put this one back. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay. That's it.
All right, you can pull everything back.
Yep. What a turn.
Okay. I think... I'm going to skip my development phase, and I am going to go straight to the action phase. I'm going to go to the village here. I will give 1 white back and take a blue. And that is it for me.
Okay. I'll go here. I'll build the Mage Academy. Oh, I can't build it there. I'll build the Mage Academy. Doesn't matter.
Wait, where were you saying you cannot build it?
Up here.
You can build it here.
Oh, there is a third one up there. I forgot. It's black. I can't see over there. We'll do this one. We'll get quests. So I get to draw 2 quests and then get rid of 1.
Yeah. And you can get rid of any, including 1 in your hand already.
So we'll keep this one. Okay. And then I am actually going to defeat a monster.
Okay.
For my action. And the monster that I will defeat will be this one right here. And that's my turn. So I will complete this quest, which is defeating a monster with reds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is it just 2 reds or is it reds?
I think it's with at least 2.
With at least 2. So I'll complete that quest, which will give me 2 victory points there. This will give me a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
1 victory point there for defeating that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And this one will go away. We keep the monsters.
And 1 additional warrior.
I did get my warrior here. Yes.
And here.
Oh, and there. Oh. Got a lot of stuff in my bag now. Okay. I pulled all my stuff back. This comes out. Onto you.
Okay. And we need to, real quick, before it's on to me, not that,
Oh, put out a monster.
put out a monster over in the cathedral.
It's level 3. It's the Backwoods Bandit.
Yeah, level 1, it's just 3 strength.
It's 3 strength. Yeah, 3 strength.
I think I'm not going to develop.
Okay.
And I am going to assign 2 workers here.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 at the Mage Academy here.
Okay.
And so that doesn't resolve anything here. I will defeat this monster. So I gain 1 victory point. And then I draw 2 quest cards.
Yep.
And discard.
All right. I'll go ahead and go. That's one of my corruptions. So I have 3 white meeples here. I'll put... I'll go to the villages here. I'll lose 1 of these peasants. And I'll gain a blue. All right. Back to you.
Okay. Oh, I didn't draw. Should have done that.
So, at the beginning of your turn, you're there.
Yes. So I will draw an additional 2. Not quite what I was looking for, that's for sure. I think what I'm going to do... I think I am going to, during my development phase here, level up.
Okay.
So, it cost me 1 experience, which I only have 1. And I now have a level 2 mage here. So, they allow you to move all mages from your tavern to the lodging, minimum of 1, to draw a quest card.
Nice.
And then for my action phase, I think I'm going to spend the 3 here.
Okay. Get rid of 1. Gain a blue.
And get rid of 1 to gain a blue. And that is that.
All right. On to me.
Yes.
So I drew. One of my corruptions are over here. I'm actually... Would you get your yellow back? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to put a blue here. No. I'm going to put a red here. I'm going to level up my cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as a level 2, during the development phase, if you have any red and 1 or more corruption in your tavern, I draw 1 more. And then for the blue, I'm actually going to go here to the Colosseum. I will have to take a white peasant. And then for my white one, I'm actually going to go here. Right, I can kick you off with different color one. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
That goes back, and then this one goes here. Okay. That's my turn. So this one will come back, and that's it.
Okay. And we need to replenish the monster. It's in the cathedral area.
Ooh.
It's a bad area to go to.
Yep. Nice.
I'm going to spend 2 to fight over here. And I'll spend 1 to kick you out.
Okay.
There. And I'll just keep doing the King of the Hill action over
Just
there.
Take control.
Do this. That is exactly 2 strength. So I will gain 1 victory point and 2 quest and discard 1.
Okay. Back to me.
Yes.
So during my development phase, if I have any red, which I do, and at least 1 corruption, I get to draw up to 1 more. So I will draw up to 1 more. And then I actually, on this one, I should get 3 victory points since I had a blue there. So we will go 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, so first thing that we'll do is we'll go here. But I'm not going to actually have to take a person because I'm going to try to defeat a monster.
Okay.
So that does give me 3 strength there. 1, 2, plus 1, so that's 3. And then for my white, I mean, I'm going to have to go here.
Okay.
Just kick you off. And that's my turn there. So I'll defeat this monster. That gets me a red cleric. And I get 1 more victory point.
Real quick, I don't think it would have changed anything. Sort of would have changed something.
Okay.
We had a Dark Council arise. So, first let's finish refilling.
Okay.
This would go here. First card, all players gain a corruption. So that is going to go, I think, into your lodging.
Okay.
And then during your draw phase, you will draw 1 additional one.
Okay. We need 1 more.
Now we need 1 for the end of your turn as well.
Yeah.
This will slide here. This will go here.
All right, on to you.
Okay. So I think I'm going to skip the development. I am going to put these 2 here and these 2 here. And yeah, that's it. So I will gain a ranger here, and I will gain a black knight here. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so since I'm here, I get 1 more. And since I'm up there, I get 3 victory points. Do corruption. Let's see. I go there. Yeah. I'm going to skip the development phase. I'm going to go to the... I'm going to go to the levy station here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check. Yep, we'll go to the levy station. That's going to gain me a warrior. And then with these two, I'm actually going to fight this termite here. So it's at a strength of 4. So I'll defeat it, which will give me a mage and 1 victory point. So we'll need to replenish the monster.
You're back up there.
Okay.
Okay. I'm also going to...
And that's a level 2 one that just came out, right?
There's not.
Oh, no. That was just the... Okay.
And I'm going to skip my development phase as well.
So many meeples in my bag now.
I'm going to send the 2 peasants here. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, that goes here. Exchange that.
Oh, you just kicked that one
Yeah,
out. Okay.
I'm going to kick this one out.
Lodgings.
And I have to take a white for that. And I think that's it for me. Oh, and then I defeat this. And I just gain 1 point and 2 more quest. 2. Okay, I defeated a monster. This is blue.
These 2 are the ones that you defeated the monster with?
Yeah, okay. Go back here.
All right, so on my draw phase, we're drawing up to 5. I had one of the red clerics come out and a corruption came out, so I was able to draw 1 more. So I have 6. I guess I should probably get more quest
No, you
cards.
shouldn't draw 6.
I have the red,
because of that. I thought it was this.
No. Maybe let's go up here. I'm skipping my development.
Mm-hmm.
This will go here. In order to do that, I have to defeat something up there. So we're going to defeat this one with those 2. And then we will... Oh, I have no... This corruption goes away. And then I'll go to the cathedral. And the cathedral will let me get another cleric. And I'll get rid of this peasant for that. Okay, that's my move. I will get 1 victory point here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get the quests.
Mm-hmm.
This comes here.
And red. So this is a level 2.
Okay. If you can get me 2 quests. Discard 1.
I guess now since I am here, I will draw 1. Corruption. Not the one you ever want to draw. Your blue is still here.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm going to skip my development.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to come here and kick you out of
Okay.
that spot.
It's a good spot.
Well, it's really, I just don't want you to get 3 victory points.
That's...
Put these guys here and this one here. So I'm going to take one of the rangers and a yellow.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. So I did not draw any corruption, so I have to just go ahead and go from there. First thing I'll do is I will level up The warrior just gets more strength, right, for the second level?
Yes.
Just gets one more strength.
Yeah.
And then the mage gets the move all mages.
You can move it
for
from
quests.
Yes.
All right, let's upgrade my warrior
Mm-hmm.
here. So it's going to cost me nothing. If you want to go ahead and give me a warrior.
Yeah.
And it's just going from a 1 to a 2 on the strength. And then we will go... I'm sorry, that's not what I needed to do. Let's go back there. We're not doing that development.
Okay.
We're not doing that. We're going to go here to the branch and root in. It's going to give all my mages 1 extra strength.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go here. So I'm at 2, 3. And then we'll put a white one on there also, and that's 4. And then for this one, we'll go here. We'll gain a yellow.
Okay.
All right, so defeating the ogre there, it gets me no victory points, but it gives all of my mages +1.
Yep.
I guess for the white, I probably should have gone there. That's okay. So that will go down here. Just all of my mages are +1 strength.
Yep.
And then I did defeat a monster with a yellow and a blue. So now I get +1 strength for every claw monster that I have.
No, it's when you defeat a claw monster.
When I defeat a claw monster, it's +1.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then we now have
Put it right
this over here.
And I did get 2 victory points for that quest.
And I'm going to get an upkeep here and an upkeep here. And so, no, that's not. Okay.
Boo.
Okay, I'm going to skip the development. I'm going to come to the castle here. I'm going to... Maybe I don't. Maybe I can skip my development. Because what else am I doing with this guy? Yeah, I think instead, for development, I'm going to do that. I'll lose the victory point and make this level 3.
Okay.
So the difference is you move all from the tavern, and you draw 2, discard 1. Do that, and then I'll just defeat this guy here.
Okay.
So resolving, this gives me a black. And then this.
So a victory point and a blue.
Victory point. Blue. Okay.
And then we refill the monsters.
Yes. Black. Timberwolf. Can lose a quest.
No one wants to see that. It's level 7.
It's true. Maybe you got a quest you really need to get rid of.
Yeah. That kind of changes plans for me just a little bit. But I have 3 corruption. I drew absolutely terrible that round. I'm going to go here with my blue. We'll kick you out. And then with my yellow, I was going to go there. I can't defeat those monsters. I guess I would just gain a white.
You just take a white.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Oops. I'll just take a white. That's my turn.
Okay.
Terrible turn. Now I want some corruption. Okay.
I'm going to level up during development my warriors. And then I am going to, for assigning, I'm going to kick you out of both these.
Okay.
It is just back in the
It
fort,
is just,
king in
yeah.
the hill. Okay, and then with the ranger, I am going to go and defeat this one here, so I don't have to gain the extra white. So, actions. I don't have any actions but this one. I'll gain 3 points because that's its ability. 2, 3. And no, I just.
But you keep it.
Oh,
interesting. Yeah.
Just so I know.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I clean it up.
And you leave yours out there.
Oh yeah, I put whites. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monster.
a tree beast.
Ooh.
Go into red. Okay, over to you.
Kind of like that. Tree beast. This one would give your clerics +1 for the rest of the game also, wouldn't it?
Yes. If you use it with a blue.
If you use it with a blue. Do I develop something?
I've been debating that too.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to develop here. Okay, so that will get me a white. We're going to do the Twig and Branch Tavern. I'll take 2 quests. And then we're going to defeat this tree beast. So this is... Hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is 4. This is 5 because it's a
Mm-hmm.
claw. And then it is a level 2 monster, which I have defeated with blues and reds. So I do lose a red, but I gain a paladin.
Okay.
Okay. And then I get 2 victory points there and 2 there.
So 4.
Yes. I'll keep my paladin here. These will go back to here. This will go here. This goes away. We need to refill the monsters.
Glom.
Glom. I'm just going to put this monster here because... Was that if I defeated this one with that?
No.
Okay,
no,
from now on,
now
it's an ongoing
yeah.
ability. That's okay.
Okay. So I get 1 point and 1 draw.
Give me a red. Nice. This comes back out. The Holy House. Oh, this is nice. Play red. You get 1, whatever meeple is +1 for how many of a corruption you have.
Mm-hmm. In your lodging.
In your lodging.
Yeah, let's just do it. So I'm gonna level up my knight. So I have a level 2 knight. He's still 2 power, but if you have 1 knight in your tavern, you can draw
Nice.
a thing.
It's a little bit better than the cleric, who you need the cleric and a corruption.
I'm going to what is this? I'm going to move this here. Draw 2 quests. I'll do that. I'm going to put these 2 here. I'm going to put this one here. And this here. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So here I'm going to get a black. And here I'm going to get a yellow. And then here, that is 3 strength, so I'm getting, it'll be 3
victory points.
3.
And you spent your 2 to level up your knight.
And I spent 2 to level up my knight, yes. Okay. That's it.
Alright, your black comes back.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so this corruption goes away.
This goes in the blue.
Timberwolf. Okay. Okay. First thing, I think I'm going to skip my develop. Maybe not. Let's see. This is development. This is those 2 actions. What can I do with these? I think I'm going to skip development. This will go here.
Okay.
And then my other one's going to come to your other one. This white will go here. And then these ones will go here. I'll get a red. And then this one will go here. I'll get a yellow. Corruption goes over. That's my turn.
Okay. I draw 1 from my knight. And I think I am going to...
Wow. That's terrible.
I'm going to go ahead and level up my knight. Which costs 1 victory point this time to be a level 3. So he has 3 power.
Nice.
I'm going to swap you back here.
Just going back
I
and
guess
forth.
I could have left those and
Yeah,
just gave them all
just
to
give
you.
It's actually probably better next time.
And then with the ranger, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do this.
Oops. What color was that one?
It was green,
Okay.
and until we need another, I'm going to do that. So I'll defeat it, and which will be 3 points.
Plus
That was
1.
2 plus
Oh,
1.
okay, okay.
Yeah, 2
Oh, that's right.
Alright, refill to the red. I'm right back there. Get this, and that is it.
Okay. So I either kick you out of both places, or I get a ranger. That's really my options here. And I lose my warrior. You know what? I'm at 3 strength. I'm going to level up my warrior. That's what I'll do for my development. And then for this one, I'm just going to go here.
Okay.
Kind of a meh turn, but it is what it is. All right, on to you.
Well, mine's pretty meh as well.
Oh, this one comes back.
I get 1 point there. No, 3 points there. And I think I'm going to skip my development.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to... I'm going to keep you out here. I really like this King of the Hill mechanic.
I think it'd be a little bit more fun with more people, because right now it's just back and forth. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm liking that.
You like
honestly. that? And I'm going to pass. And I have a quest that if I'm in my draw phase with 2 yellow in my tavern, then from now on, if I play a special color what are they?
The
prestige ones with a yellow. They're +1.
Okay.
I want to get 2 victory points. And that's it.
Interesting. Okay, so you obviously kicked me out. If I just defeat something? Let's see. If I defeat that woodpecker, I'm at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to go here and kick you out of this one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend these 3 here. All right, so I've got enough strength to defeat that monster there. These will all come back. I will gain a white and then 4 victory points.
Okay.
Okay. On to you.
Okay. I get right here at the beginning of my turn, draw 1.
I think it's funny. We have to like plan one meeple just to kick the other one out.
I know. And then my knight also is drawing 1. Okay. Oh, we need to do a monster.
Sure do. It's black.
Black going here. Yeah, I'm most likely going to plan a monster or plan to kick you out. I am going to develop. Alright, yeah, I'm going to level up my knight.
Okay, your warrior?
Warrior, excuse me. Even though I want the warrior to kick you out, I'll just use a regular peasant for that.
Just go in and kick him out.
Okay. So that is going to go to level 3, which is the first time each turn you assign a blue to a monster, you may also assign a white from lodging to the same monster.
Nice,
Okay.
sounds good one.
Extra power.
I might have to do that next turn too.
And then let's assign these guys. So, I might assign here. That's 5. I don't know what I'm doing with this last white here. Oh, I do know what I'm doing with this last white. This white was
Kicking me out.
Yeah. Oh, not this one. This one. Yeah, let me just do that.
Yeah. Makes sense. We just need to leave one up there.
Yeah. And so then I have 6 strength here. And we'll go here.
You defeating 2 monsters.
2 monsters. Okay, so doesn't matter which one I do first. I'm going to, I guess it kind of slightly would if I had assigned a warrior. Yeah. But I'm going to do this one first. That is 5, so 3, 4, 5. So I get 1 point there. And then blues will be +1. And I finally get to do this quest, defeat a level 2 higher with 2 white.
Oh.
So I lose a white and I gain a red.
It's kind of a tricky quest.
1 victory point. Yes, it was.
I can see why it took you a while.
Had it for a while. And it had to be level 2s.
Yeah.
So that is that quest there. And then I will defeat this one, and that is just 3 points +1 for the ranger, so 4 points. 4. Use there. Goes here. Now we have to draw 2. Yellow. Black. Do it then. Okay.
And this one is moved down.
Back there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So I'm kind of in a dilemma here. I have no knights, and they're like the strong ones, right? Like those are the ones.
Yeah,
that,
because they start with 2
Yeah.
and they can go to 3. I think.
And I have
everything else can only get up to 2.
Yeah. I mean, except for the big ones up here. But, man, And, like, at this point, I'm like, do I go? Do I just get one night? Like, is it worth it? I know we're probably about halfway through right now.
Yeah, I mean, so we go through this whole stack.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, we're probably about halfway through.
It's like, man, I'm not... These two, they're there to kick you out.
Come on.
I guess these could kick you out. Actually, that might be a little bit better. That'd be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then I'd have to get rid of a quest. Okay, let's do this. Okay, these two are gonna kick you out. We're just gonna switch these things here.
Mm-hmm.
I should have given them to you, not to my pool. Those two kick you out. And then these 3 are going to go here. Now, my yellows are +1, so that's 2. I'm using a blue and a red, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no.
Hang on, let's...
Okay.
This is 2.
2.
Let's do base value.
3, 4.
4.
Yep. 5, 6.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the golem.
You can do glom.
Oh, yeah, we'll do the glom. That's what it is. Sorry. It's the same thing. It just gives me a white.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so we'll do the glom. And that is my turn.
Okay, and you get 4 points.
4 points.
Okay. Well, you have forced me to kick you out.
Of course I have. Why would I not?
You defeated 1, so let's do this real quick. He goes there. So yeah, I'm gonna skip development. I'm going to kick you out this way. And then I'm going to spin these 2 in the cathedral. I'll lose that and I'll take a red.
Okay.
And that is it. Simple enough.
Look at that. No monsters over here in red.
I knew that firsthand of getting all the no corruption made getting it all now. Okay.
All right. Let me see. I'm just planning some stuff out here. And I need to... This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I do this one, then I kick you out here. Then this is 6 strength. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if it's that. I don't kick you out, I give you a victory point.
Just one victory point. Not like I got a blue in there. I'll let you sit.
I know.
Several turns with a blue. I was like, I'm not worried about it until you shot way up there.
All right, we're going to develop once. And we'll develop... here. I'll take 2 quests. Get rid of 1. Can we check our bags?
I would assume you can. I have not, but I've thought about that a couple times.
Are we going to say yes?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just going to give you that victory point, I think. Oh, man. This is terrible. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go here. We're going to defeat this timber wolf. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a claw. 6, 7.
Okay.
And I'll get rid of a quest, so we'll get rid of this one here.
Okay.
And it's
4 points.
4 victory points.
The blue area here. Okay. Well, I get my 1 victory point. I get my 2 guys. Not quite the guys I wanted.
There's my 2 blues that I needed for that quest that I never got until now. Oh, this needs to come out. I don't know if that changes. Ooh, current player.
Current player.
3. Let's see, it's the Mage's Workshop. This means you may return up to 3 meeples from your lodgings to your bag. Each other player returns 1, if they wish.
I like that.
Use that 1 white. Oh, wait. No, you're in there. Never mind. You don't need to replace anybody.
Yeah, so this is yours.
That is mine.
I'm going to assign this.
Get you a cleric.
Yeah. So that's all I'm going to do. You can defeat this. That is 3. And then I have, because it's with 1, 5. So that is going to be worth 2 points. 2. I can go here. And then I'll just turn that in and get a red.
Okay. On to me.
Let's do this.
Monsters.
Man, the next Dark Council advances has to be close.
I like that one too. I did a really bad job drawing this round also. So either I'm going to let you stay there. I think that's kind of what I have to do. Could defeat this one. You're drawing so many meeples. Alright, I'll kick you out here. And then with these 2, I'm going to send them here. So that's 4, but it is a claw, so that's 5.
Okay.
And I'll defeat that one.
Okay,
And 2 victory points.
Okay.
And I'll place this, I guess, here. Yeah.
Super yellows now.
Super yellows. Let's go away.
Okay. The start of the turn, I will draw 2. And then for the night, I will draw 1. Okay. Well, I have no corruption, which means I have a ton of stuff. What am I going to do? We need to do the monster. Red. If you put it with a blue, +1 on your specials. Interesting. I want to get this.
Why don't you get this Mage's Workshop?
Do what? Well, I also want that. You're absolutely right. Defeat. But I also have a quest that I can do right now, and I don't know if I can do it again later. It's kind of my thought, too. Okay. I think I've got it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
the first time I go there, I can take a worker from the lodging, place it there.
For your warrior, yep.
So that's 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
7 technically, because your blue is worth 1 more.
Oh, and my black is worth 1
Uh-huh.
more. Well, I forgot about that. Dang it. Which also means I don't need, if this is worth 1 more, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I could put those there. That's worth 6. Plus this. Let's do that. That will be worth 7. And then these are worth 3 each. Oh, this should have been here. Yeah. There we go. So I can come here.
So it would only be 3, right?
And then this one brings it there. So that's 7, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one can kick
Go
you
to
out.
Mage's Workshop.
Kick you out up here. Oh, I did it again. I just enjoy
Kicking you out.
Okay.
Big
So,
turn.
If I did it right,
Yep.
we're going to start here. This is 6, so it should be 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
And I have a quest for exactly not that.
Let's go back. Panic has set in.
Okay, resetting really quick. Dang it. I did not kick you out yet. And did I take one of my...
One of yours. Yeah, that's how you were.
5 plus, yeah. Okay, sorry. Had to reset because I realized I made a boo-boo and screwed up. So I'm going to try and be very fast at correcting it here. Yeah, and you know what? I'll do things slightly differently now. I'm going to assign this here.
Okay.
I'm going to assign these together. It's going to be very much overkill, but that's okay. Here. And I will then, that will be worth 4 when it's said and done, plus 3. So this here, bring that there. And I will use this to kick you out.
Kick me out.
Okay.
You just wanted to do it again.
Yes, I did just want to kick you out again. And I think I have not screwed up this time. Let me see. So, first I'm going to defeat the Mad Carpenter here. So I have, those are worth 4 each. So that's 9.
Yep.
That is more than enough to defeat the Mad Carpenter, which gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And this will make these guys a little stronger. And because I defeated it with 2 black and a yellow, I get 5 points there. 5. That's those guys.
Yep.
Next up over here, I actually think it's now very much overkill. It is 3 plus 4 plus 1. Oh, not as
8.
much. 8. So that is that one. So it'll be worth 5 points because of the Ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then lastly, I will take these. I lose the blue, but gain this Ranger here.
Quite a bit there.
Yeah, that was it. That's all,
All right.
that's
So
all
we
I got.
replenish our monsters. That was 2 that you defeated.
Yes. So black here and yellow here.
All right. Okay, so I have done mine. I drew 1 more because of my development phase. Oh, dang it. I had it all laid out, and now I messed up. What was I doing? I was going to go... Oh, you took the monsters anyway that I needed. You and those monsters.
I'll be honest, it wasn't targeting any specifically. Yeah. I just was defeating stuff.
Getting some victory points there. This one will go here. So now one of my units is going to be worth +1 for every corruption that I have. So not all of them, just one of them. So that's going to be 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is 4, 5, 6. And we will defeat... We're actually going to develop... Oh, no, that's not developing. Oh, no. I'm going to get a corruption for going here. I don't want to get rid of a quest.
Not a corruption.
Not a corruption, a peasant. Alright, we're going to defeat this one. That'll be 5. This one will go... Did I draw up 1? You're going to kick me out either way, probably. We'll go here. Kick you out. Alright, so that's 5. I gain a peasant from here. And then I gain 2 victory points.
Okay. Took my victory points from me. I do draw 2. And it's in the development phase, so I will draw 1 more.
Monster comes out.
Yes. Blue.
Man, where's this Dark Council at?
I know. It's got to be coming. That's not worth anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so for my development phase, I'm going to level up my cleric. Which doesn't cost me anything, but I don't get stronger. It's just kind of like a... Oh, if you draw...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Draw a corruption and a red. You get to draw up again.
I don't have a lot of red, and I also just choose 3 corruption. So maybe not the best play, but I did it. I'm going to kick you out of the spot, so I have to take that into account for sure.
Of course. This one should have been mixed in my bag. Came back at the end and I shuffled.
Either we're doing this, we'll do it. Do that, which brings a guy from the lodging here. I'm going to use this white to kick you out. And where are these guys going? You know what? We're just going to do it. We're going to go here. So that would be 7. Okay, so first up, assigning will go here. That is 4 strength. It's no points. That makes the red better. Don't know if that's worth it, but I did it. And then here, that is 7. I have to lose a quest, and I gain 5 points. 5. I'll just lose this quest. It was worth all the skulls.
Oh.
But I don't have anywhere. I just started getting 2, and I don't have any purple. The commitment to get a purple would also mean losing a red, and I just thought, it's not going to happen. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
And that is it.
You're red. Let's refill monsters.
Red.
Zombie. There it is.
There's the second.
So I get to draw up 1 more.
Do this and black. Okay, so...
Oh, we add a corruption.
Yeah, you're going to draw an additional...
Do we add the corruption first and then draw?
The corruption is going to go here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, but I get to draw 1 because of my thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mean, that's okay for later, I guess.
Yeah. Honestly, this is a good situation.
This is
for
pretty
rest of your
good,
bag.
yeah. All right. I think I have to upgrade my mage. If you can give me a mage, because I need to start getting quests.
Mm-hmm.
Then, let's see, this is worth +1 for every level of monster the paladin is assigned to. So all these. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I should have given up a victory point there for upgrading my yellow. Alright, we're going to defeat this one. Glom. So that's 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to kick you out here.
Okay.
Kick out that peasant. Put my warrior in there. Okay, that's it. So I get 4 victory points. And I gain a white worker.
Right. And we have a woodpecker. Okay. Well, I do draw more at the start of the turn here. So I draw 2.
We're drawing
This
5
is
total?
Here, 6 total.
6 total.
And then I draw 1 for the development of this, and 1 for the development of this.
It's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, I think I am gonna just go ahead and develop this to level 3. I'm not sure if that's really worth it for drawing an additional.
It's drawing 2 more.
Well, it's 1 more than you would.
No, you draw...
Like this, you would draw 1.
Yes. That one you draw 2.
Yeah, so drawing 1 more. You know what? I'm not going to do that. That seems steep. I don't want to spend those 3 points. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay. So I'm not going to develop. I'm going to move this here to draw 2 quests. Keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm about to do that one. But this one's also good. What does the shaman do? You may
choose a basic unit type. Shaman counts as both a shaman and that basic unit type when assigned to a location or monster.
I'm going to put those here. Do I need to kick you out? Yeah, I do. I need to kick you out. Neither of us want to give each other the
I know.
free victory points.
I know.
What? I'm just going to do this. We'll get rid of the red. I'll defeat the Blackwood Bandit. That's good enough. Okay. I'm going to do that. Here, that is 4 or 5 strength. So we get 2 there. 2. That. And then I just defeated a monster with a yellow and a black.
Mm-hmm.
So now the hand monsters are that. Which is that? I didn't think about that. I'm going to move this here instead. Because that would be 5 plus 6. Or plus 1. So 6 strength. And I'll do that instead.
Okay.
And that's 3. Okay. And that's it. This comes here. And this comes here.
Alright, 2 monsters.
Black.
Oh, it's a
And
big
now
one.
we have level 3s. And what is this blue?
Got some big ones now.
So you gain a yellow and a white, and your reds are +1. You don't gain anything, and your yellows are +1. There's a lot of math involved in this game.
Oh, I forgot about that too.
See?
The thing is, like, these level 3s or like level 2s, they're not really worth anything. Maybe if you have a quest with them, but like,
They're not worth more points,
yeah,
right? It's just a few points more
Yeah.
than what the level 1s were really worth.
exactly.
They're just giving you the additional benefit of hopefully being able to reach, 12 strength.
I guess if I get this one, that would be. All right, so we'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8. Each of these would be worth
8.
+1.
Then what if I did this? This would be
So one thing is worth 3 more.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
That is technically 10. I don't know.
Oh no, I was. Yeah, I mean, this one gets me. That's the thing. Like this one, I have more reds than yellows.
Okay.
But this one gives me a yellow and a white. And this one, I can kick you out. I don't know. I guess victory points. We're just gonna kick you out for victory points.
I don't think either of us have gotten the free victory points.
I don't think so either. Okay, so this one will go here to 9. That will give me a yellow and a white. Gets me 4 victory points. All right.
Okay. Start of the turn, I draw 2. And then because I have that,
Monster.
I draw 1. Oh. The Puppet Master.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, let's move all your yellows.
So I'm gonna put. I didn't upgrade my cleric, and now I hit. I wish I had. That's alright, so.
That was almost bad.
That was almost bad. Okay, I think I should try and defeat that Puppet Master. So if I bring this, that is 3, and he brings one of these guys, so 4. Now that makes these guys worth 4. So that's 8. Probably just then do the cleric.
10.
That's 10.
It is a hand, so that's technically 11.
I'm gonna take the white. Yeah.
4, 8, 9,
8,
10.
9,
Yep.
10.
No. Right, this is 3, 4.
That's worth 4.
So that's 8 and 9.
9, and then this, the hand, makes it 10.
10.
Yeah, maybe I just hit the Knight Rider. Kind of same thing. I can't bring another one. That's 3, 7. Oh, I have to use them all. I can't kick you out if I do that. We'll just do that. Make it easy. So, do the Puppet Master, we confirm that was 10. It's the hand. That's worth 4. That's 5. 8, 9, 10. So that will be worth 5. 3. All right, and then if I did my math right, we have 3. With that, it is 7, 9, 10. And that is the Nightmare Rider, and that would be worth 5. 6. And let's refill into the yellow and into the blue.
All right. So we'll go here. I'll lose 1 to flip this over. Then I'll move this one over. I'll get 2 quests. Man, that's risky.
Risky.
Both of those are risky. I know for sure I can't do this one.
What they say. Gotta risk it for a biscuit. Shit. Also, at the start of your turn, I did not kick you out. I had to use every one of my people last
Nice.
Got that free victory point.
Guess I'll keep this one. Let's hope it's okay. So here I've got, I think I could defeat that 9 maybe. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. So I cannot, but I can defeat the woodpecker. Right, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
It just hit me. I had noticed the artwork on all this was meeples,
Mm-hmm.
but on all these, they're little meeples too.
Oh yeah, they are.
Except for maybe the woodpecker.
Look at you admiring artwork.
The woodpecker's not a meeple.
Interesting.
All the others are.
Alright, I'll just spend all these to defeat that woodpecker over there. And that's more than enough. That gives me 4 victory points. I get a white.
Goes there. Gelatinous cube. Goes there. Okay. Let's do my normal at the start of the turn. I'll draw 2. And then development, I draw 1 and 1. Whoa, that's a lot of white.
It's a terrible draw.
Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, this is your yellow.
Yes.
I am going to go ahead and level him up. I changed my mind. And it's going to go there. Mostly because it is like, yet again, it would have been good. I'm also going to move this here. Get 2 quest. I'm going to do that. 4. That's 11. And I'll do these. I think these get exactly 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 11 and 9. Okay, so I defeat both those, which will be worth 5 points each. Bring me to 12. Okay. Over to you.
Right, and
we got a refill. This could be.
this should be it.
Is there? Well,
I think there's only 2 there. Oh, there was 3.
But Whack.
There it is. So 2 more turns.
Yep. You went first, right? So
yes.
That ended. So yeah, we have exactly 2 turns. And now we can defeat our Dark Council, which I had forgot to move.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we can go over here, defeat the Dark Council. We'll go over them really fast here. If you assign, it's the colors, they're worth bonus points there. And then this one here, if you have 3 or more corruption in your lodge, an additional 3 points. If your combat strength is at least 3 over, so 15, an additional 3 points. And if you assign 3 or more unit types
that have level
2 or higher, an additional 3 points there.
Nice.
So that is those. And I believe you can only defeat each one once.
Yes.
I'll look at that when you're looking.
All your people come back. I do gain a victory point because you did not kick me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I drew terribly. So really I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength. Nothing really out there to defeat. If I go here, that could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still nothing really out there to defeat.
Yeah, you got all
Got
your
real
whites.
bad there.
No, hang on.
Oh, I could defeat 9.
It's plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So 4.
So 4. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You can technically kill the combustor.
I can. And that's worth 4 victory points. This one's worth 4.
Mm-hmm.
That one gives me an extra white. I guess I'll... The combustor really does nothing.
Yeah, it's just there to hit. Just there. He's a henchman to beat up.
I'll hit the combustor.
Okay.
Alright, so 4 for me.
Okay. We'll tell you about bad last draws.
Yeah.
I have 3 corruption.
Oh
gosh.
I had to get
Men
those.
down.
Men down.
I do see one.
Might be. I saw yellow for sure.
That's all I see.
Okay. That might have been it. So now we're drawn up to 6. We still are at 6.
Yes. Which I think I accidentally drew 7. Still didn't matter. I would have had 1 more. At the start of your turn, you should have had a victory point because I didn't kick you out again.
I think I did move it up. I think I did. This again, another terrible draw.
I get this at least. Oh, look at that.
Another corruption?
5 corruption in that draw. Next draw, though.
Will be good.
Okay. Well.
I wish I could get rid of a quest now.
So what did this is worth 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there one with a hand? 9, 10, 11. I think I have exactly 12 if I'm counting this right. So we're going to do this one here.
Yep.
If I'm counting it right.
So that's 5 for the black.
This is worth 5.
Yep.
This is worth 3.
That's 8.
This is worth
9,
10,
11. Yep, and then 12.
And then the 1 white is 12. Okay, so I do have to put one of my little tokens here. And so it's worth 6 points.
You
I did not assign a blue. And
7.
if you have 3 or more hero types.
Unit types that are level 2 or higher.
This is level 2.
Uh-huh. And then your yellow and your black are. Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 1. So 11.
23.
23. Okay.
All right.
I was able to pull that off.
And this is my last turn, and it's absolutely terrible because I only have 8 strength. Well, let's see. I could possibly go here. Then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. That would give me 10 strength. My turn. I get 1 victory point.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Do I risk it for a quest here? I don't think so. Don't think there's any coming back at this point, to tell you the truth.
You're at 10?
Yeah, so this is... No. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because of that. If I defeat this one, I'd be at 9. If I put my red here, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 if I defeat that one. Oh, but you even already defeated that one. So.
Well, now you can as well. I can.
Oh, you just can only defeat it once. This would be the only other one that I could defeat. Doesn't really matter. So we'll just defeat the giant beaver. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll defeat that, and that's 4 victory points.
4.
Terrible last turns.
Yeah, okay, so I have to draw out. Dang it, I knew. I was like, did I drop one?
Where is it?
Okay, so I draw 2 from here. I draw 1 now from the development, 2 now from the development phase there.
Mm-hmm.
And now 1 from that. Okay, I should be able to defeat some stuff. Let's just pick. I don't have that, so we're going to go for combat strength of 15.
You should have that pretty easily.
So this is worth 4. And then if this is with it, that's 6, so that's 10. However to do it.
A red and a white.
Red and
Oh, wait, no, that's only...
No, a blue.
Yeah.
I need 15. Yeah, a blue. That's 4. 5. That should be 15. I can do this to get a quest. Honestly, shouldn't have taken either of those, but I'll keep this one. And then what is this? I have 6, 7 strength. I'll just go over there.
Right, so you've got 10 there and 4 here.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that's 16.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, yeah,
10,
okay, okay.
14, 4, 37. And that
should be it.
should be the game.
Yeah.
So, end of game victory points is honestly pretty simple. We've gained all the victory points throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just gain them for any quest you're holding, good or bad.
So I only defeated undead and scratches, so that's 6, and then I do have 5 reds at the end of the game, so that's 10 victory points there, and then I did not defeat a monster here, so -1, so 9 total.
So
it should be at 14.
14.
-1.
-1.
Yep.
I have 3 black, which is 4. 4. I have 4 more level 2, and so that's 5. And this was the funny one. After I decided not to get the cleric, I then drew have 4 or more level 3 or higher heroes. So that's 8. 6, 7, 8.
You definitely have. I'm pretty sure you have that.
The most skulls.
I have
2, 3, 4. You may.
I might. Let's see.
I did think about these. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 5.
Okay,
5.
6.
Yep.
Yeah, 7. Forgot about those. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is the one I just drew. I could not do, so I lose one.
Almost lapped me there at the end.
I did almost lap you. So I think that's 106 to 63. 63.
63.
Yes.
Yeah.
63.
Yeah.
After a long game of
Very
mathing.
long game. Yes.
Okay, so that was Monsters and Meeples. Paul, what did you think of this play?
I do enjoy the game. I think it's good. I like a good bag builder. I think those are always fun. I felt like it went a little long.
Okay.
Obviously, I mean, I think this is over 2 hours.
Yeah.
A little long for the game. That's how I felt about it.
Okay. So I'll be honest. I found it was much more of an engine builder than I realized it was going to be. And it really became snowball-y, right? Now, the downside is I think signs of a good engine builder are that they can really ramp up. The down parts are if there's no equalizers, it can be a runaway.
Yes,
and
which we saw here.
Did do that, right? And so I honestly thought to myself, I was like, I bet Paul thinks this game is long. I thought that in my head probably 30, 45 minutes ago. I was like, I bet Paul is feeling like this game is long and wants it to end. And unfortunately, there's no way to end
it except for the death.
Except for...
and it's the second to last card.
Well, and except for making that snowball bigger, right? Like, all I could do was defeat monsters, which gives points, which then...
Gets more monster cards out, which then gets a dark cancel to come out.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a really fun game.
I do like it. I do think that it would play better at a higher player count.
So I was thinking about that. And while I kind of agree, scores would be lower, right? You would play this exact same game, so you would just have less turns. It would not actually make the game shorter.
But I feel like it would be tighter. With more people defeating more monsters.
I don't know. I was thinking about that too. Maybe. I mean, scores would have to be less because you would just get, right? If you had 4 players instead of 2, you would probably have exactly half your score, or close to, right? But I don't know. I was just thinking it would be, you would feel the downtime or feel the length way more because instead of playing half the time, you're playing a quarter of the time, but you're still going to play a 2-hour game.
That's true. That's true.
So that was kind of my thought. So I don't know. It's interesting. But I do think that the length was something.
Yeah, know? I think
if you're on the wrong side of the snowball, you're really feeling it. Yeah. And if you're on the right side, well, who cares? You're having fun.
You're winning.
Just defeating monsters every turn. So,
but no, I mean, overall, I think it is a good game. I do, like I said, I like bag builders. Those are always fun. And then, I mean, just the fact that my last 2 draws were pretty much abysmal, that made it feel even worse at the end.
Yeah, definitely. The one last thing I will say is for anybody that has ever played Thunderstone Quest, I felt this was a very similar game, and I actually like this quite a bit better. And I really like Thunderstone Quest. Thunderstone Quest plays around that same length time. It's a deck builder instead of a bag builder, but I just thought the way this did it was just a step above that, personally.
Yeah. So that's kind of our thoughts after this playthrough. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, all those things. It really does help us. Other than that, that's all we got.
Every time. 3, 2, 1.
I forgot. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm Paul.
I'm Devin.
Together, we're Dads and Dice. Two dads who like to play some games during our free time.
That's right. And today we are playing the deck.
Second time, every time.
Second time, every time. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Paul.
I'm Devin.
Together, we're Dads and Dice. Two dads who like to play some games during our free time.
That's right. And today we are playing the dice drafting, monster bashing.
There's no dice drafting in this game.
Third time, every time.
No dice whatsoever.
There's not even dice in the game. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Paul.
I'm Devin.
Together, we're Dads and Dice. Two dads who like to play some games during our free time.
That's right. And today we are playing the bag building. Okay.